Well, I'm pretty excited actually to talk about this particular question. The fact is, in my mind, actually, that we're really just getting started here. If you look at the Federal Data Center Consolidation Initiative as something that's really just getting kicked off, you know, as I mentioned, we're proud of what we've done so far, but we recognize we've got a lot more to do. That's on top of DoD CIO just recently having published their view on what should constitute the core data centers that should make up the DoD data center architecture. A lot less than we thought they were going to indicate that they needed to have. So our objective for consolidation is going to have to be more aggressive than we had initially thought. Again, we got a lot more to do. And I don't think we're entirely certain what we want from our government and industry partners in this space in terms of the service that is coming from inside our data centers. If I start back where Admiral Day had started with the definition of the cloud, in my mind, it's just a metaphor.
That's true.
You know, as an IT guy, cloud is what I say or what I draw on a piece of paper when I'm trying to talk to a combat arms guy in the Army and explain, don't worry about that.
You're right.
You know, I don't want to burden you with the technical complexity of what is inside this thing I'm drawing. So I just draw a cloud, I hook up lines to it, and say, don't worry, I got it, that stuff's going to work. You know, with that perspective, what we do as IT guys is we turn, in some cases, to our government partners like DISA, and the Army has been very successful, and we're very proud of the relationship we have with DISA in this regard, to use them as our government broker and ask them to perform an interface with industry to hook up services for us. But I think that we have the option where it's more cost-effective or more advantageous for us in terms of expediency, if we've got a highly pressing tactical requirement, to go directly to industry and form a relationship with them to acquire services, should that be what we want to do. So I think we still need to work some of these things out. Generally speaking, as I mentioned earlier, we prefer to use DISA as our government partner and work a government-to-government relationship with them. We believe that if all the services do this, we actually enable DISA to do more efficiently what we all need to do, recognizing we're joint dependent. Army in particular recognizes that after 10 years of combat action that we've been going through. And we'd like to be able to use DISA to bring the joint interest to bear for us. So I think we still need to do some work to determine what it is we want to ask DISA to do. Do we want them to turn to industry and ask industry to provide a raw managed service? Or do we want to ask DISA to turn to industry and acquire parts with which they put together the federal data center that Admiral Day was talking about, that's managed by federal employees, as opposed to
It sounds to
by
me like
an
it's going to be an
industry partner.
evolving thing.